Let's talk about 3 mistakes we see founders use when it comes to their pitch deck appendix. While it's not the sexiest topic, or certainly not the sexiest word, the appendix can be an important tool when looking to optimize your pitch deck. And every slide counts. But first, what is the appendix? A simple definition is important information that's not essential to your story. Think of it as bonus features or HBO's inside the episode. It's something that most people probably won't watch, or in this case, won't read. But for the people that do, it can provide useful context, useful details, and leave people just even more excited about your pitch. Good things to include in appendix are things like case studies or pricing or timelines and your milestones, stuff that is useful for somebody to understand the opportunity, but not so useful that they're critical to understanding your story. The mistakes we see are threefold. Number 1, some founders don't use the appendix at all. They prefer long pitch decks with lots of slides, lots of detail. They don't care about the investor's attention or the investor's time. They want to throw everything out there and force everyone else to figure out what's important and what's not. In all seriousness, it's very likely that if your pitch deck is longer than 13 slides, you need to put some of those slides in the appendix. It helps keep your pitch deck shorter, which is often the goal with most pitch deck creation, while offering less of a compromise so you can include some details that you kind of feel like you should include or might be useful. Mistake number 2 is for founders that do use an appendix. Sometimes they use it as like a true free-for-all, including dozens of slides and lots of detail. This, for I think obvious reasons, is suboptimal. You're taking attention away from the important components of a pitch. So a good rule of thumb is to have an appendix no longer than 5 slides. It's important to include some of those details, but it's also important to keep your decks short. Mistake number 3 is some people don't give the appendix as much credence as they do slides in their main deck. This is bad form. You want to give as much care and focus as you do to the main slides in your deck in terms of content, copywriting, and design as you do in your appendix. Why? Well, it's often the last thing that somebody will read, and thus it may be the most memorable part of your pitch. So you want to show that you care, put some real strong thought into those slides to reward somebody who actually takes the time to read through them carefully with some really interesting and useful information that may get them over the line. All in all, an appendix can be a useful tool for you, but wield that tool quite carefully. It can help shorten your main deck and thus keep your thoughts more crisp and story-driven, while also providing some extra context for a deep reader who wants to learn even more about what you're presenting. So with that, use an appendix, but make it thoughtful, and who knows, your dreams may just come true. We'll be back with some more videos soon. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.